And just as we go live, my dog starts to bark again. So welcome, everybody. You guys know me. I'm Nancy Ganzakoffer, business coach and body language trainer to interior designers. And I am here with Peter and Alex from Daniel House Club. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Nancy.
How are you? I haven't been live with you guys in a while.
It has been a while. We hear you just got married, so
I did. My last name will be changing to Quinn over the next couple of months.
Quinn. Well, that's less of a mouthful, but
exactly.
Ganzakoffer is quite fun to say.
Yes, one of my
kids URL changing too, or
say that again.
I said, is the URL changing also, or
it will be changing? Yes. Okay, but we're not sure exactly to what yet because there's a lot of decisions to be made. So we're going to deal with it in the new year. Okay.
Well,
so, all right. So it's the holiday season, guys, right? And everyone is scrambling, including you and me, right, for the holiday season. So today we want to talk about how your interior designer client experience can get better and make it feel like Christmas. So tell us how they can do that, because everybody wants to do that with their clients. Give them a great experience.
Well, that is the goal. And before we get started, I just want to say we have been working hard to make our office pretty, but we've been relegated to like the worst room, the one that's not, well, there's a few that aren't.
If you turn around, you just see studs.
Yeah. But behind us, maybe you'll see a door that's in Daniel House burgundy red. So all of our office doors are now Daniel House colors.
Oh, that's so funny. How many rooms do you guys have?
We actually kind of have a big office now. We have about 5 rooms that are private offices, and we find just because we're doing Zoom calls, all of us all day long, it's really important to have a door that you can close because it just gets difficult.
It's going insane. I will say it's very sad how many downtowns are hollowed out by COVID, but it has made rent quite cheap.
Yeah.
So we were able to expand.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And then also we have a number of vendors who do want us to floor a little bit of product. So we have now a more formal, what you might call a showroom. And we had a nice holiday party here, and we plan to do some more physical in-person events throughout 2025. So
well, tell everyone where you are, because they don't even know probably where your actual main office is.
Yeah, so Daniel House Club is nationwide and in Canada, but we're based in Portland, Oregon, right downtown in what's called the Pearl District. So kind of I don't know. It's one of my favorite parts of downtown. Yeah. We are on 13th Avenue, which has like these raised delivery docks that sort of like feels a little bit meatpacking district-ish, where it used to be for big, heavy commercial use, but now it's pretty restaurants and offices and things. So we really like it here.
But that's not what we're talking about.
No, it's not.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the client experience. But you know what? You guys are setting yourself up, because we recommend all our profit insiders and all our following to use Daniel House Club. So you guys have been growing rapidly and trying to keep up. So you needed a new beautiful space to serve our clients.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And not to continue to avoid the client, but since you brought it up, the topic, I should say, Daniel House Club was named to the Inc. 5000's list of fastest growing businesses this year.
I did not know that. Congratulations.
Thank you. That happened way back in July, but we've forgotten to tell some people. So,
just growing too fast.
thanks to people like you, Nancy, and your members. So it's great that people really know what it is that we're offering them, and seem to be coming back for more and more and more.
Awesome.
So the whole start of this topic was to do a lead in, just to say that we have created a category that is specific for gifts on our site. So that may be holiday specific, but more we're thinking like there's always that time at the end of the project where you want some gift opportunity for your client. And so we've pulled out some particular things that seem to sort of meet the price point and qualifications for what might make a nice gift for the end of a project. And so you can shop that now with Daniel House Club. But that's not really the point. We're talking about how to make your client feel great through the duration of a project. And I think we're just thinking about it sort of through the lens of how we do that for our client. At Daniel House Club, we do still sometimes take on design projects. I do, when I think it sounds like fun. And so how to make that kind of a happy experience all the way through.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, we do.
Well,
Some people do give gifts in between, right? But you're saying just make the entire experience as product is being delivered to the client feel smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, go back before Daniel House Club, and I worked in a couple larger nonprofits who, as part of their donor strategy, had a fairly detailed gifting strategy. And I actually think it's important to develop kind of a plan on how, you know, a lot of business is revolved around plan, but how are you going to use gifts to engage with your customers and your prospects? And so the way both the nonprofits I worked at broke it out is they had 4 categories: low, medium, and high donors, and unknown. And I think that's fairly helpful for your projects. You have small, medium, large projects, and then you have a list of prospects you don't know about. And it's important not to like break the budget. Gifting should be a way to boost budgets and to increase your revenue, not to steal all your profit, but to be really thoughtful about it. And the holidays can be a really helpful time to engage with some of your ongoing projects, or maybe past clients who you think might have another project coming up, and finding something small to give them, just to remind them that you're still there, that you still care about them, and that you're a nice person to work with. And I think that's ultimately the most important thing here is they're not sneaky, but they're endearing. They endear you to your client in a way that can help solve a lot of other problems, or keep problems from coming up even.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm curious, when do you find people say that they're giving gifts throughout the project?
So it's interesting because this is a question that comes up all the time in our groups. Like, when do I give gifts? How do I give gifts? What should I give? What's an appropriate amount? And everyone's got such a different view of this. One of the tips I love the most came from one of my associate coaches, Wendy Wallaschuk. She gives an anniversary of the room or their renovation, right? So she keeps track on her calendar. Their project ended July of last year. In July of this year, she sent a gift. Hope you're, happy anniversary or happy birthday to your living room. And she sends a little gift. During kitchen and bath renovations, when the kitchen is not there, a lot of the designers will give a gift, like a gift card to a restaurant. When it comes time for Christmas, they do want to send a little something. And I always say, try not to make it a promo. Make it a gift,
Yeah,
right? Not a promo.
I think that's great advice.
But we don't really give a percentage of the job, because I just feel like a little token something is enough. You don't have to go overboard. It's really just to keep you top of mind. So if they need you again, you're like, oh my God, I was thinking of you. And then I got this gift, and it prompts the phone call.
I think that the specialness is much more important than the price. Yes. And if it's something that just feels like you actually thought about it, or that represents who you are, it goes really well. One thing we usually gave when we were doing projects, and actually still gave this year to our members, sub-members, is blankets. And like, we go find a cool blanket somewhere that matches the style, or some aesthetic we're going for, and we pick it out. It's not just like at a Kohl's somewhere, like an artisan. And we've sent those out to some of our top customers this year, and we've gotten a bunch of thank yous. And they're not super expensive, but they're really cool. And like,
I like
you wouldn't
that.
just encounter them.
And a blanket, I do love that as a gift, because it doesn't, if the client doesn't think it's beautiful, they can tuck it away and just,
they can re-gift it. That's what
at that point, you likely should know what your client likes.
I would hope so. Yeah.
I think some gifts can kind of be a little presumptuous, and a blanket just isn't one of them.
I think it's a great idea, a blanket. It's a throw blanket. Like you said, they can use it, they can store it, they can do whatever they want with it, but it's a great gift. And if the designer's buying it through you guys, they're getting it wholesale.
Yes,
Exactly.
So the
that
client
is-
doesn't even know that it costs them half or less or more, right? They just don't know. And they could get a really good quality gift to send to the client.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think we kind of think of when we're bringing on new clients at Daniel House Club, we start right away with a handwritten card that welcomes them to the club. It probably, I feel like we could admit this. It is not 100% handwritten because my carpal tunnel is increasingly problematic. But
Me too.
So we write a little welcome card. Yeah. We write a little welcome card. At this point, I have had it photocopied and it looks like I've written it. I put their name in and I put a little message
It's
at
hand
the end.
embellished.
It's hand embellished,
Okay.
hand addressed, so they understand that it's mail that's not junk mail. And we get a number of comments that are just like, thank you for taking the time to do this. Now they know it's much briefer than they thought. But and then we send these kinds of things periodically. So this year we're starting an initiative, not in January because we won't be ready quite by then, but in February, where we do remember we send birthday cards to the designers, and they will include something we haven't totally branded yet. It's going to be like birthday bucks. So some special gift to spend with Daniel House Club because it's your birthday. So
I love that idea. That is awesome. You guys.
Yeah.
Really
It was
excited about
actually our concierge, Renee, kept saying something about Daniel dollars or birthday bucks. I don't remember if she said it exactly this way, but we should give her credit because that was a great idea. And so that's going to be kind of the first initiative of that.
I love that.
Reinforcing that, I actually, we are trying to make it really special for people, but part of what we're trying to do is teach designers how to be more efficient and better at business. You don't have to do everything from scratch every single time to make people feel special. But if you make some cards up in advance, like, I'm excited to start working with you, welcome cards, or birthday or anniversary cards, and just write a little message in there. It's really nice. That is another, going back to the nonprofit, that's another strategy that was used really commonly. Handwritten increased donation levels fairly significantly. So you should know you're being tricked now when you get solicited for that. But it does have a serious impact.
I love it. You know what? Because when I get a handwritten card, I do know that someone took the time, right? You want, in this day and age, everything's on social media. Happy birthday. Everything is nothing's personalized anymore. I barely get Christmas cards anymore because no one's writing Christmas cards.
Yeah, true.
Right? So it does matter to do it differently from what everyone else is doing to make yourself stand out and let them know that they're being thought of, their clients, and you guys are demonstrating it for your clients. I don't know why it's so hard for designers sometimes to just think of something little. And they get maybe overwhelmed also because they're trying to shop locally to also give a local business a shout out.
I do think that's part of it. I think sometimes you think so seriously about your brand as an interior design business that like you get sort of stymied on what the gift is, how much the gift is saying about your brand. And it's important to have a perfectly crafted brand, but it's not that important. What is most important is that the client knows that you care. And so just scratching something on a piece of paper sometimes is more impactful than giving Swarovski crystals or whatever it is that you
clients often also don't want to feel like they are
indebted to you.
Well, I was going to say so overpaying that you can afford to gift them $1,000 gift.
Well, that's the thing. If you're sitting there giving them a personalized $250 something because they have a beautiful luxury house, they're thinking, wow, if they could afford this, I paid them too much. Like, I don't just it's the thought that counts, people, not the actual dollar amount of the gift. So, but I love the idea of like holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, or if you want to do it differently, do Thanksgiving or do New Year's.
Yeah.
New Year's would be fun.
Yeah. People
champagne
overload at certain times of the year. So if you're picking a totally different holiday to celebrate, I think that makes you stand out as somebody special. So
definitely.
I like the idea. We should work that in then, like mini champagne bottles for members on
There you go. On
New Year's.
That would be quite fun. Yeah.
It would be fun, right? The little cute ones with a little note or something. But yeah, I think everyone can definitely get into a position where they're overdoing it. And I think the biggest and most important thing to make your client experience feel like Christmas is making sure your process, your ordering, your delivering is coming in accurately and smoothly and not delayed. And that's what you guys help everybody with. So to me, that's the most important part of making it feel like Christmas, is just keeping your process smooth. And then these extra things you do for your clients is exactly that, extra, to stay top of mind.
Thanks for making the leap there for us, because that is the thrust. Yeah, that having that perfect process is just so much more important than everything else.
Everything else. So we may have new watchers here, guys. So tell everyone what I like to make sure we say it every live. What does Daniel House do? How do they get in touch with you? And then brag about yourselves for a couple of minutes. Just tell everyone how good you are at it, because my profit insiders tell me you guys are really good at what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Daniel House Club is a resource for interior designers to quickly find and actually buy what they need for their clients and complete their projects. We have about 200 vendors and 200,000-ish products. You can go sort through them all. You can sign up to be a member. You get really good trade discounts. You log in, you can sort through all the products, you can put them in boards and projects, you can send out carts to your clients so they can check out on their own, or you can check out for them, and we will handle all of the shipping and the logistics. The return policies are all noted on every product, so you have clarity, and we'll handle that for you too if there are issues, or some items can be remorse returned, some can't. We're always very upfront on that. And if there's damage, we'll handle that for you too. Really, we started this because we ran a design firm for several years and realized this was so terrible of a process.
It's really hard.
It's really hard.
We used to just sit in the office and say, why won't you sell me your things? When we had like written a rep like 3 weeks ago that they never got back to us. We're like, some reps are really, really good. That's not the case all the time, but often that is the case. So we just wanted to make it so that you could sell your clients very special things as easily as you could sell them something from Restoration Hardware. Because
who wants to sell?
Because you don't want to do that. You want to make your clients' projects look like nobody else's projects.
The part that you missed, Alex, is in your presentation, which was fabulous, is that they get a check from you if the client makes the purchase directly.
Yeah. And also I think it's important to note they have some control, so they can set the amount of their commission that they want to share with their client. So if they want to have a little bit of discount to the client below the retail price, wonderful. We always encourage people to keep all of that for themselves. And if that's what they want to do, also wonderful. So, and that is by item, right?
It's by cart.
By cart, you can set that.
I just had a conversation though with a local designer who was telling me how she used to be focused really heavily on full service, and she still does that, and that's still where most of her money comes from. But because she started using us, she started taking on what I think she calls 1 or 2 day projects. You sign up for 1 or 2 days, and then she sends a shopping list, and then she's done.
Yes.
But whatever they buy from us, we'll pay her, and she's like, I'm making like 10 grand a month on that.
That's what I tell my coaching clients, that you can be a virtual designer and use Daniel House Club.
Yeah.
You can be a designer for a day and take them to Daniel House Club website if you want, or prepare a cart in advance with the prices that they want the client to see and get them to do a designer for a day. Or, they can do designer on call, which is an hourly, and buy some products with a commission from you guys. It really, or full service. You guys satisfy every bucket in a way that they can show their clients what they can do for them, whether it's 1 day or whether it's a year or more, right? With a full house. So it's silly for them to not even look at you guys to see what you can do. You're somebody's back office. They may not have to be a manager or a supervisor if they use you guys. They're just getting the help from you guys. You're doing all the ordering, the tracking, the delivery, the troubleshooting, the problems. And I love the fact that if they can't find something, you have a concierge that will find it for them.
That's right. Yeah. And if they know that we carry a line that has products that we're not sharing, we will add that product, that specific product that they're after. We'll add it very quickly to our catalog so that they can sell it to their client, which people really take advantage of. So we encourage them
heavily.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I do have one question for you guys. And somebody said this to me in a group yesterday. They were like, but what happens if I want to talk to a rep from the company? Like, I want to know more about the company, their lines. And you know how the reps come and visit? They don't have the account direct. So how do they handle that piece when it's you guys that they're ordering through?
Two to maybe three parts there. One, we host a concierge hour every month, which is a tool for designers, new and long existing, to learn how to use our tools best. And then usually the second half of that has a vendor representative come and talk about new product.
Nice.
Sometimes, so for instance, actually this month, I'm really excited. It's actually going to be a lawyer who is going to talk about loopholes in contracts and how you can make sure that you're well protected. But so it's not always a vendor, but oftentimes it is somebody talking about the specifics of a vendor. Next, we also work with reps. So if they do have a question, we would always be happy to have the rep talk in more detail about the products. So we'd be happy to help in that way. And then our concierge is always talking to our reps as well, so they can typically answer the questions that a rep could answer. And then the last thing is when we go to market, we host a lot of events with our vendors. This year we issued a High Point market map that was just the Daniel House Club vendor partners. And we really encourage our members to go to those places, say they're shopping with us, and check out the product. So I think that's always the best way, is to go in person and experience.
I love it. And my marketing brain is going crazy. So after we go off, I have an idea for you guys. But anyway, I just wrote it down.
Actually, I have one more thing to add there. Starting mid last year, Robert, our VP of sales, started doing roundtable events regionally. So a designer that we work a lot with, maybe we would reach out to, or often they reach out to us and say, hey, I'd love to host you in my community. We put together a little lunch and learn, and this year we're going to be formalizing those a bit more, so they will include, I think, more product knowledge. So if you want to host one, please reach out, because they've been really successful and really fun, usually about 10 to 20 designers in a given city. And B, watch out for a schedule of those coming out in the next couple of weeks/months.
Amazing. You guys are killing it. This is why you're traveling so much. I love it.
Yeah.
So you're not slowing down in 2025. It doesn't sound like
it. Oh no. We're going even harder.
We've doubled sales in 2024, and that's the goal again in 2025.
Amazing. Congratulations. I think you're
helping
so many designers.
We're here to help.
What?
I was just going to make a joke saying we'll probably look older, much older next year.
Yeah, we're going to have gray hairs next year.
That's right. Yeah. You're aging rapidly, but you're growing also. So that's awesome. All right. Anything else we want to share with anyone? I think we covered pretty much how to make every day feel like Christmas by making sure you have a great process, using Daniel House Club to deliver things, handling any problems they're having. And then in the beginning of the broadcast, which everyone can go and watch on my YouTube channel if you would like to watch the beginning, if you missed it, we talked about gifting to your clients as interior designers at different times during the year and what different kinds of gifts you could think about. So, and some of them you can buy from Daniel House Club and have them delivered right to the client's home.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yep.
I love the fact that you have a gift section now in your website.
Yeah, we
Fun
do
one.
too. It was our vendor onboarding lead, Heather, had that idea, and I think she used to work for Gumps, so she has that gift focus, and yeah, that's a good idea.
Love it, love it. All right, guys. So tell everyone again how to find you and what they need to do when they get to your website.
Great. Go to danielhouse.club. That's danielhouse.club, not .com. And look at the trade program. You can learn all about it and sign up. If you join one of the paid member tiers, you'll get either a $100 purchasing credit or a $250 purchasing credette to try us out. We always say just buy something small for yourself and see if you like us. If you've got any questions, reach out to concierge at danielhouse.club, or you can call us at 971-333-3133. A lot of threes.
Easy to remember.
I'm just thrilled there's a place that has a phone number that you can call.
And people,
It's
real people pick up.
Very important.
Oh my God.
You're
not taking us to another country. You're not giving us an AI response. You're actually answering the phone, a human.
Nope.
No.
That's big. So. All right, everyone, go have a great holiday season. I will see you in the new year along with these guys next to me, Peter and Alex for Daniel House Club, and make sure you visit their website. Check them out. It's a game changer for your interior design firm. Game changer. You don't need to have a back office anymore if you can.
Awesome. Thank you, Nancy.
Listen, I'm trying to get them to release control. Release control. Okay.
That's, yeah.
I like it.
All right. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye.